Well guys, here we go. Bit of a video for you. Well, as you guys know, I have a 2003 Chevrolet Silverado. Recently, I changed the battery in the Silverado, which was my first major repair on the truck. And of course, it was starting, running fine, doing great up until, well, here just a couple days ago. And I was driving home from work, and of course, the heater quit. Now, of course, me being me, I knew there was an issue with the heater going back to probably the summertime, because you know, the fan speed wasn't the fan speed switch wasn't responding the way it was supposed to, and sometimes it would just cut out, but it would always come back on. Well, here in the fall, it started to cut out and come back on more regularly. And here just probably about a week ago, it would shut off, and then when you smack the dash, it would come back on. Well, here just a couple days ago, it's well, it quit completely. So of course, hence why the truck is covered in snow. I parked the truck because you really can't drive it without a heater in minus 32. So I guess we'll start with starting the truck and getting the engine warm, and because she's going to be a cold video. Now, of course, just my luck, probably the way she's going to be when I go to start the truck, the heater will probably start to work. Because it is an intermittent issue, not a, you know, constant issue, right? So we'll give her a start up. And the heater did not fire up at all. You know, nothing's going here. When you do the customary smacking of the dash, it does not start up either. So I guess, guys, we're gonna have to diagnose what it is, if it's the motor, which is over there, or if it's the heater switch assembly, which is right here. So we'll let the truck run for a bit just to get the engine warm, and I've got me a bit of an idea for alternative heat source while I'm working in here. So we'll get that all set up too. We got ourselves an alternative source of heat hooked up. As you see over here, you have ourselves one of those plug-in 110 heaters run through an extension cord running out the passenger side door and pretty much plugging on into the garage. Now I know it's probably not recommended, but I guess it beats the alternative. I was going to use my propane heater in there, and I guess the electric heat's probably a little bit safer than having a combustible fuel inside of a vehicle. So we'll let this baby warm up, and then we'll come out, probably sweep her off so we can get better light in there to see what we're doing, and then pretty much get at her. Okay guys, so here we are. One thing I'll say about that little heater is it's turned it from minus 31 in here to whatever that is, plus 3. Of course, that is on the Celsius side, but that still is comfortable enough to work in here. A lot better, I will say, than you know, being freezing cold. So of course, to get at the control modular, or whatever you want to call it here, the heater thingy, you got to remove this front trim around the instrument cluster, the stereo, and all that. So of course, on this truck here, there's no screws at all. It's been removed so many times that it's actually quite loose. Yeah, basically just what I like to do is to tilt the wheel down, and then basically you get your fingers in the corner here, kind of somewhere, and you basically just work it off just like that. Of course, if your truck is an automatic, you have the, you know, the gear shifter here to deal with. Of course, if your truck is an automatic, you have to work around the shifter, but they all come off pretty much the same. And just like that, she is now off. So set that somewhere aside so she's out of your way. So basically we got 2 bolts here to undo, and that should pop right out. Okay, so after you've undone 2 7mm bolts, with your nut driver, socket set, or whatever's. You got these little tabs on the top and bottom. You got to squeeze them tabs together, and which releases a whole entire unit. So of course, then the unit kind of pulls out. There's not a lot of room on here up top to get your hand in there to check for a loose connection. So of course, we're going to deinstall the stereo to get at her. Guys, so there you go. Got it out of the truck. She's now in my hand. We got one here. There was two little plastic clippies or connectors that went in the back of here. You basically just had to lift up on the tabs of the wire harness here and basically slide back the connectors, as you see the blue one and the black one there. And she basically just unplugged, pretty much just like any other standard wiring plugins or unplugs. So of course now I have the choice here of buying one new or going to an auto wreckers. I've made a phone call to an auto wreckers about 40 minutes away, so pretty much here we go. Let's make a run on get her. We'll come back and do the install and see if that's all she was. Okay guys, so here we go. On the left here is the factory heater control out of my 2003 Silverado. So just comparing them now to the one that I'm about to put in. Well, of course, looking at them frontwards, they look identical. They got the rear defrost. You have the air conditioning and recirculation button, both in the same spots, as well as all the switches in the same spots on the front. So, of course, looking at it from the back, the connectors look the same. You know, the pins and stuff like that look like they're in the right orientation. None of the tabs are broke off of the one from the wrecking yard. And she looks like she'll be a direct bolt-on. This one here was manufactured 27th of May 2003. And this one here was manufactured the 16th of January of 2008. So this one here, the Auto Wreckers one, is either a reproduction or it's out of a newer truck. They're both made in Mexico. So I'm guessing here this is probably a reproduction. It was probably changed at one time. So let's go back out there, guys. Take advantage of our nice warm heater we got going on there. Basically, plug those connections back in, slap 2 bolts in, and away she goes. Okay guys, so once you've done a side-by-side comparison on the units and made sure they're the same or similar, time to install her back in the truck. So of course the one clip just slides back in. The second clip, I'm not sure if this camera can see it, but just slides back in too. And now she is hooked up. Just check your connections, make sure they're good. If they are good, then it's time to slide her back into the truck. So basically now you install the little clippies with the notches in your dash, push it in, you hear it click, and away she goes. So basically right now she should be good to fire up. If this here it was the issue and it's no other issue in the truck, we should have fan the moment we turn the key. And then if that's good to go, put your bolts in and put her back together. Okay guys, so here we go. I guess you could call this moment of truth. We're going to start the Chevy for the first time and see if the new control works. If that's the case, then we're good to go. If not, then we've got to troubleshoot some more. The sound you're hearing right now, of course, is our electric heater. We will leave it on for now because it's what's keeping the truck warm. So here we go. So pretty much the moment you turn the key, you hear the fan go, and you know she's a runner. And there you go guys, we're pretty much good. So pretty much we'll run it through, let her run for a bit and get it good and hot, and then I think we may have fixed the issue. So let's put her back together and we're good to go. Okay guys, so there we go. Got the dash and that all together, got the trim piece back in around, got all the bolts in, and she's still working. The dual climate switch is working as well, so that's a good thing. The fan speed is working. The selector switch here is working. AC switch is working. Recirculating switch is working. So I'm gonna unplug my auxiliary heater there, clean up some of my gear I got here, give the old truck a good old sweep off, and then we'll take her for a drive. I am not 100% convinced that this here might have been the only problem. The motor itself might be a little bit slow. To me, the fan speed should be a little faster than what's coming out right now, especially on when you dial it up to max, right? So for now she's working. Let's take her for a test drive and see if we can get that motor to quit. Well guys, there we go. We got the heater control here changed on my 2003 Chevrolet Silverado. She is working fine, pretty much like a good heater control should. Of course, eventually the heater fan motor will need to be changed. I'm pretty sure there may be a secondary issue there. Other than that, that's pretty much normal maintenance on a truck. All heater fan motors do go eventually. Sometimes they're a little harder to find. Sometimes they're easy to get to. They're not buried. But yeah, it's kind of be another project, maybe in an upcoming video. But guys, it's pretty much been a heater fan control modular change on a 2003 Chevrolet Silverado. So as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.